Welcome to our wild world of strange animal habits. It is a realm filled with behaviors so peculiar, so intricate, that they often defy our initial comprehension. Here in the vast theatre of nature, animals perform daily rituals, engage in complex social interactions, and undertake astonishing feats of survival, all driven by the relentless yet beautiful pressures of evolution. I've always been captivated by these displays, by the sheer ingenuity and diversity of life on our shared planet. Each creature, no matter how small or seemingly simple, holds a story, a unique adaptation that allows it to thrive in its particular corner of the world. Today, I invite you to journey with me to peel back the layers of the familiar and delve into the truly bizarre. We shall explore corners of the animal kingdom where the rules of behavior seem to be written in an entirely different language. From the languid embrace of perpetual slumber to the most flamboyant of courtship ballets, and from the unexpected intellect of an eight-armed mollusk to the epic multi-generational voyages of a delicate insect, the natural world is a treasure trove of wonders. Prepare to be amazed by the unexpected behaviors of these incredible creatures. Our exploration will, I hope, not only entertain but also deepen our appreciation for the complexity and fragility of these life forms. Understanding these strange habits is more than just a curiosity. It is a window into the very processes that have shaped life on Earth over millennia. So let us begin this fascinating exploration and witness together the marvels that unfold when life is pushed to its creative limits, resulting in behaviors that are as baffling as they are brilliant. In the verdant cathedrals of the Central and South American rainforests, a creature exists that has elevated the art of inactivity to an almost spiritual plane. I speak, of course, of the sloth, an animal whose very name has become synonymous with languor. But this apparent indolence is not a sign of laziness. Rather, it is a masterfully evolved strategy for survival, a life lived in the perpetual slow lane, dictated by the scant energy provided by its leafy diet. It is a testament to nature's ability to find a niche for every pace of life. These creatures spend the vast majority of their lives, sometimes up to 20 hours a day, suspended upside down from the branches of trees. Their long, curved claws, more like hooks than conventional mammalian feet, are perfectly adapted for this inverted existence, providing a grip so tenacious that sloths have been known to remain hanging even after death. This upside-down perspective shapes their entire world, from how they feed to how they observe their surroundings, a constant, gentle sway their primary mode of interaction with the forest. Their diet, consisting mainly of leaves, buds, and tender shoots, is notoriously difficult to digest and low in nutritional value. To cope with this, sloths have evolved an incredibly slow metabolism, less than half of what would be expected for a mammal of their size. This metabolic pace dictates their every movement, conserving precious energy. Each motion is deliberate, unhurried, a slow-motion ballet performed high above the forest floor where predators might lurk. One might wonder how such a slow-moving creature avoids becoming an easy meal. Part of their defense lies in this very slowness, coupled with their exceptional camouflage. Their coarse, greyish-brown fur often harbours a veritable ecosystem of algae, moths and insects, which not only provides nutrients when groomed, but also tints their coat green, allowing them to blend seamlessly with the mossy branches and foliage, becoming virtually invisible to the untrained eye of a harrier eagle or a prowling jaguar. The sleeping habits of the sloth are perhaps their most defining characteristic. They do not merely nap, they enter profound states of slumber, often curled into a tight ball, their head tucked between their forelimbs, indistinguishable from a knot of wood or a termite nest. This deep sleep conserves even more energy, allowing their digestive system the extended time it needs to process its meager fare. It is a life lived in a dreamlike state, punctuated by brief periods of slow, methodical feeding. Even their infrequent descents to the forest floor, typically once a week to defecate and urinate, are perilous undertakings executed with the same characteristic slowness. This journey is the most vulnerable time in a sloth's life, exposing it to terrestrial predators. The reasons for this risky behavior are still debated by scientists, with theories ranging from fertilizing their preferred host trees to avoiding soiling their arboreal dining and sleeping quarters. The internal anatomy of the sloth is also uniquely adapted to its upside-down lifestyle. Their organs are anchored within their body cavity to prevent them from pressing down on the diaphragm, which would otherwise make breathing difficult. This remarkable internal architecture ensures that their inverted posture is not a strain, but a comfortable, natural state of being, allowing them to hang effortlessly for hours on end. Furthermore, the very hair on a sloth's body grows in the opposite direction to that of most mammals, parting on their stomach and growing towards their back. This ingenious adaptation allows rainwater to run off easily while they are hanging upside down, keeping them relatively dry in the humid rainforest environment. It is another small yet crucial detail in their perfectly honed survival strategy. Observing a sloth, one is struck by the profound stillness, the almost meditative calm it exudes. It is a creature that has found success not through speed or aggression, but through an extreme form of energy, conservation, and inconspicuousness. Their peculiar habits, from their inverted slumber to their slow-motion foraging, are a beautiful illustration of how life can adapt in the most unexpected ways to thrive. In a world that often seems to prize speed and constant activity, the sloth stands as a gentle reminder of the virtues of taking things slow, of finding a unique rhythm that harmonizes perfectly with one's environment. Their strange, sleepy existence is not just a curiosity, it is a lesson in evolutionary brilliance, a serene masterpiece painted on the canvas of the rainforest canopy. Deep within the secluded rainforest of New Guinea and its surrounding islands, nature has orchestrated some of its most flamboyant and theatrical displays. Here, the birds of paradise, a family of birds renowned for their breathtaking plumage and extraordinarily elaborate courtship rituals, enact dramas of desire that are almost beyond belief. I have often marveled at the sheer evolutionary artistry that has sculpted these creatures into living jewels. The males of most species are adorned with feathers of such iridescent splendor and bizarre shapes that they seem to belong more to the realm of fantasy than reality. Brilliant blues, vibrant yellows, deep crimsons, and shimmering greens explode in a riot of color, often accompanied by elongated plumes, intricate wires, or velvety capes. This finery is not mere decoration, it is the currency of attraction, honed over millennia by the discerning eyes of the females. The courtship dance itself is a spectacle of unparalleled complexity and dedication. Before any performance can begin, many male birds of paradise meticulously prepare their display courts. This might involve clearing a patch of forest floor of all debris, decorating a specific perch with lichens or flowers, or even pruning leaves to allow optimal lighting for their show. This stagecraft is as crucial as the dance itself, setting the scene for the drama to unfold. When a female approaches, the male transforms. He may unfurl hidden plumes, contort his body into astonishing shapes, and execute a series of highly choreographed movements that can include rhythmic bouncing, rapid wing flicking, head bobbing, and intricate footwork. Each species has its own unique repertoire, a genetically encoded ballet passed down through generations, designed to captivate and convince the often very choosy female. Consider, for instance, the superb bird of paradise. The male, a mostly black bird, possesses a stunning iridescent blue breast shield and a cape of black feathers that he can erect to transform himself from a bird into a bizarre, smiley-faced disc. He then performs a frantic bouncing dance around the female, snapping his tail feathers, all to showcase the brilliance of his blue eyes and mouth against the black void of his erected cape. It is an astonishing transformation. Or take the western parrotier, which performs a ballerina dance on its carefully cleaned court. He spreads his flank plumes to form a skirt-like tutu, bobs his head to show off the 6 wire-like feathers, tipped with iridescent discs, and pivots with an almost mechanical precision. The female watches intently, judging every nuance of his performance, the quality of his plumage, and the perfection of his arena. These dances are not silent affairs. Many are accompanied by a bewildering array of vocalizations, clicks, whistles, screeches, and even mechanical-sounding rasps. Some species mimic other birds or even the sounds of the forest, adding another layer of complexity to their already intricate displays. This auditory component is as vital as the visual, designed to hold the female's attention and signal the male's vigor and genetic quality. The evolutionary pressure driving these extraordinary displays is intense sexual selection. Females who typically bear the greater burden of raising offspring, are incredibly selective. They are looking for signs of health, vitality, and good genes, and the male's ability to maintain such costly plumage and perform such energetic, precise dances is a strong indicator of his fitness. This choosiness has driven males to ever greater extremes of ornamentation and behavior. It is a high-stakes game. A successful male may mate with multiple females, passing on his genes, while less impressive performers may fail to attract a mate at all. This intense competition fuels the evolutionary arms race, resulting in the dazzling diversity of forms and behaviors we observe today. The forests of New Guinea are, in essence, a grand stage for these avian Casanovas. To witness these displays is to be transported to a world where beauty and performance are paramount. The dedication, the artistry, the sheer athletic prowess involved in these courtship rituals are a profound testament to the power of selection. These birds are not merely showing off. They are engaging in a vital, life-or-death struggle for genetic immortality, painted in the most vibrant colors imaginable. Their bizarre and beautiful dances are one of nature's most captivating spectacles. Beneath the ocean's surface, in a world of shifting sands and intricate coral cities, resides an intelligence so alien, so different from our own, that it continues to astound and mystify us. The octopus, a mollusk with 8 prehensile arms, a large, complex brain and an uncanny ability to solve problems, challenges our very definitions of what it means to be intelligent. I find their capabilities to be a source of endless fascination. These creatures are masters of camouflage, able to change their skin color and texture in milliseconds to blend seamlessly with their surroundings. This is not merely a passive response. It is an active, controlled process involving thousands of chromatophores, iridophores and leucophores in their skin, all orchestrated by their sophisticated nervous system. They can mimic rocks, algae, or even other more dangerous sea creatures, but it is their capacity for learning and problem-solving that truly sets them apart. Octopuses have demonstrated in numerous studies, and indeed in the wild, an ability to navigate complex mazes, open jars to retrieve food, and even distinguish between different human individuals. This level of cognitive function is remarkable for an invertebrate, an animal whose evolutionary lineage diverged from ours hundreds of millions of years ago. One of the most compelling and frankly bizarre behaviors is their use of tools. The veined octopus, for instance, has been observed actively collecting discarded coconut shell halves. It will carry these shells, sometimes over considerable distances, assembling them later to create a protective shelter. This foresight, this planning for future needs, is a hallmark of higher intelligence rarely seen outside of mammals and birds. Imagine the scene. An octopus, an animal without a rigid skeleton, awkwardly but determinedly stilt walking across the seabed, 2 coconut shell halves held beneath its body. It is a comical sight perhaps, but one that speaks volumes about its cognitive abilities. It has identified an object, understood its potential utility, and transported it for later use. A clear example of tool manipulation. Other octopuses have been seen using stones to barricade the entrances to their lairs, or even carrying jellyfish tentacles, presumably for defense or to aid in hunting, though this is still a subject of ongoing research. They are inquisitive creatures, often exploring novel objects in their environment, manipulating them with their suckered arms as if trying to understand their properties. Their nervous system is uniquely distributed with a central brain, but also significant ganglia or nerve clusters in each of their 8 arms. This means that each arm can, to some extent, act semi-independently, capable of complex motor tasks and even tactile decision-making without direct input from the central brain. It is as if each arm possesses a mind of its own, yet all are coordinated towards a common purpose. This distributed intelligence allows them to perform incredible feats of dexterity. An octopus can be simultaneously exploring a crevice with one arm, holding onto a rock with another, and using a third to manipulate an object. Their suckers, each equipped with chemoreceptors, allow them to taste what they touch, providing a rich sensory tapestry of their immediate environment. The short lifespan of most octopus species, typically only 1 to 2 years, makes their intelligence all the more remarkable. They achieve these cognitive feats without the benefit of long-term learning from parents or extended social groups, as many offspring are orphaned at birth. Much of their complex behavior seems to be innate, yet they also demonstrate a significant capacity for rapid learning during their brief lives. Observing an octopus is like peering into another kind of mind, one that has evolved along a completely different trajectory to our own. Their problem-solving skills, their tool use, their incredible camouflage, these are not just isolated quirks, but indicators of a profound and adaptable intellect. They are the thinking, feeling, strategizing inhabitants of an often underestimated underwater world, constantly surprising us with their ingenuity. Each autumn, a seemingly delicate creature weighing less than a gram embarks on one of the most astonishing migrations known in the animal kingdom. I speak of the monarch butterfly, whose annual journey across North America is a spectacle of endurance, navigation, and biological mystery that continues to captivate scientists and nature lovers alike. It is a feat that seems almost impossible for such a fragile insect. Millions, sometimes billions, of these orange and black-winged travelers will fly south, some covering distances of up to 3,000 miles, from as far north as Canada down to specific overwintering sites in the Oyamel fir forests of central Mexico or groves along the Californian coast. This is not a simple A to B flight. It is an epic, multi-generational relay, a biological imperative played out on a continental scale. What makes this migration particularly bizarre and fascinating is that the butterflies that begin the southward journey are not the same individuals that made the northward journey earlier in the year. In fact, for most of the population, it takes 3 to 4 generations to travel north. Each generation living only a few weeks, breeding and then dying, their offspring continuing the relentless push. However, the final generation born in late summer is different. This is the super generation, or Methuselah generation. These individuals are physiologically distinct. They emerge in a state of reproductive diapause, meaning they do not mate or lay eggs. Instead, they channel all their energy into the monumental task of flying south, and they can live for up to 8 or 9 months, long enough to complete the entire southward migration and survive the winter. How do these tiny creatures, who have never been to the overwintering sites before, navigate with such precision to the very same groves of trees their ancestors used? This question has puzzled researchers for decades. It is now understood that they use a sophisticated time-compensated sun compass, meaning they can orient themselves using the position of the sun, adjusting for the time of day. But the sun is not their only guide. There is growing evidence that monarchs can also sense the Earth's magnetic field, using it as another navigational aid, particularly on cloudy days when the sun is obscured. The precise mechanisms are still being unraveled, but the combination of these senses allows for remarkably accurate, long-distance travel, a feat of biological engineering that we are only just beginning to comprehend. The arrival at the overwintering sites is a breathtaking spectacle. The trees become so densely packed with monarchs that their branches sag under the collective weight, and the forest floor is carpeted with butterflies. They cluster together for warmth, creating a shimmering orange blanket that insulates them against the cool mountain nights. Here they will rest, conserving energy until the warmth of spring signals the time to begin the journey north once more. When spring arrives, these same super generation monarchs will begin the northward flight. They will mate, lay their eggs on milkweed plants, the sole food source for their caterpillars, and then die. Their offspring, the first of the New Year's generations, will then continue the journey north, and the cycle will repeat, each successive short-lived generation pushing further into the northern latitudes. The sheer scale of this migration, undertaken by such a small and seemingly fragile insect, is a testament to the power of instinct and adaptation. It is a finely tuned biological clock, a genetic map passed down through generations, ensuring the survival of the species across a vast and changing continent. The coordination required, the energy expended, the navigational precision involved, all are truly mind-boggling. This incredible winged odyssey highlights the interconnectedness of ecosystems across thousands of miles. The health of the milkweed patches in Canada and the United States is as crucial as the integrity of the fir forests in Mexico. The monarch's bizarre and wonderful migration is a fragile marvel, a reminder of the delicate threads that link habitats and generations in the grand tapestry of life. In the sunlit surface waters and mysterious depths of our world's oceans lives a group of mammals whose intelligence and complex social lives are matched only by their remarkable methods of communication. Dolphins, with their perpetual smiles and acrobatic grace, engage in a constant stream of clicks, whistles, and body language that forms a sophisticated dialogue, allowing them to navigate, hunt, and maintain intricate social bonds. I often reflect on how their vocal world shapes their underwater existence. Dolphins produce a wide array of sounds, broadly categorized into clicks, primarily used for echolocation, and whistles used for social communication. Echolocation is a biological sonar. The dolphin emits a series of rapid clicks and then listens for the echoes that bounce off objects in their environment. This allows them to see with sound, detecting prey, identifying obstacles, and navigating even in murky waters with astonishing precision. The whistles, on the other hand, are the bedrock of their social interactions. Each dolphin develops a unique signature whistle within the first few months of its life, which functions much like a name. They use these signature whistles to identify themselves, to call out to other individuals, and to maintain contact within their pods, especially when visibility is poor or members are spread out over a large area. Research has shown that dolphins can remember the signature whistles of other individuals for decades, even after long periods of separation. They will often exchange signature whistles when meeting, a sort of cetacean hello. This ability to recognize and address specific individuals underscores the complexity of their social relationships and the importance of individual identity within their communities. Beyond signature whistles, dolphins employ a rich repertoire of other whistles, burst pulse sounds, which can sound like squawks, screams, or barks, and even percussive sounds made by slapping their tails or bodies against the water's surface. These varied vocalizations are used in different contexts: during play, mating rituals, cooperative hunting, or when alarmed, conveying a range of emotional states and intentions. The nuances of this communication are still being deciphered by scientists. It is a challenging task, as their underwater world is acoustically rich and their sounds can travel great distances. However, studies have revealed fascinating insights, such as dolphins learning new whistles or even mimicking the signature whistles of close companions, perhaps as a form of social bonding or addressing that specific individual. Cooperative hunting strategies, often observed in dolphin pods, rely heavily on this sophisticated communication. They can coordinate their movements with remarkable precision to herd fish into tight bait balls, with individuals taking turns to feed. Such complex group behaviors would be impossible without a robust system for sharing information and intentions in real time. Body language also plays a crucial role in dolphin communication. Leaps, tail slaps, head nods, jaw claps, and subtle changes in posture or swimming speed can all convey messages. A gentle nudge with a pectoral fin might be a sign of affection or reassurance, while a vigorous tail slap could signal aggression or a warning. This physical communication complements their vocal repertoire, adding another layer to their interactions. The intelligence required to develop and utilize such a multifaceted communication system is considerable. Dolphins possess large, complex brains with highly developed areas associated with communication and social cognition. Their ability to learn, to innovate, and to pass on cultural traditions such as specific hunting techniques through social learning is a testament to their cognitive prowess. Listening to the underwater symphony of a dolphin pod, one cannot help but feel a sense of wonder at the richness of their social lives and the intricate web of communication that binds them together. Their world is one of sounds and echoes, of individual voices calling out across the vastness of the ocean, a constant dialogue that speaks of cooperation, identity, and a deep understanding of their marine realm. Their bizarrely complex and effective methods of communication are not just a biological curiosity. They are a window into a highly social and intelligent mind, thriving in an environment so different from our own. The echoes in the deep are whispers of a consciousness that continues to inspire awe and a desire for deeper understanding. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the strange and wonderful world of animal habits. We have glimpsed but a fraction of the peculiarities that unfold daily across our planet, from the sloth's unhurried existence to the dolphin's intricate dialogues. Each behavior, no matter how bizarre it may initially seem, is a finely tuned adaptation, a testament to the relentless creativity of evolution. It is my profound hope that these stories have not only amazed you, but also deepened your appreciation for the sheer diversity of life. The animal kingdom is a boundless source of fascination, a rich tapestry woven with threads of instinct, intelligence, and incredible resilience. The more we observe and seek to understand these creatures and their often baffling ways, the more we realize the interconnectedness of all living things and the delicate balance that sustains them. There is always more to discover, another layer of complexity to unravel, another behavior that will challenge our perceptions and expand our understanding of what it means to be alive. I encourage you to continue exploring, to remain curious about the natural world that surrounds us. The wonders are endless, from your own back garden to the most remote corners of the earth. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing wildlife content. Until our next adventure into the wild, may you always find beauty and intrigue in the extraordinary lives of the creatures with whom we share this precious planet.